The University of Santo Tomas Alumni Association defends the award it gave Communications Assistant Secretary Mocha Uson after coming under fire from students and alumni. Uson, along with several other government officials, received the Tomasian Alumni Award for Government Service on Sunday. The UST Alumni Association, in a statement, says the award was envisioned to inspire and challenge Uson to lead the Tomasian core values of compassion, competence, and commitment. The UST Central Student Council and University alumni slammed the decision to honor Uson, who has been accused of spreading propaganda and misinformation online. The UST Alumni Association says the only criteria for the award are to be a UST graduate and to be in government service. It also differentiates the award given to Uson from the Outstanding Tomasian Alumni Leadership Awards, which is the highest award bestowed by the university. Malacanang says Vice President Leni Robredo may be completely out of touch with what is happening in the country. The statement comes after Robredo, who has not fully taken the role of an opposition leader, rallied members of the Liberal Party to continue to become beacons of hope as the Philippines goes through another dark period. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque says this darkness Robredo referred to may be those who want to be back in power. He says, quote, "With all due respect to the Vice President, we find Ms. Robredo's remarks during the anniversary of the Liberal Party completely out of touch with the existing realities on the ground." Roque adds, quote, "People's high levels of hope and optimism have been complemented by high satisfaction, approval, trust ratings." Robredo, during the 72nd anniversary celebration of the LP, said, quote, "There were many times in history when the country was also shrouded in darkness. There were many times in history when many thought there was no more hope for our nation. But who usually stands up for our beliefs? The Liberal Party." Can the revocation of Rappler's license on grounds of alleged corporate foreign control be a test case for press freedom? Two independent legal experts say Rappler may use circumstances and the prevailing political climate to argue the government violated the Constitution in curtailing press freedom. The Securities and Exchange Commission earlier revoked Rappler's license, saying the terms of agreement between Rappler and foreign investor Omidyar Network violated the constitutional rule that media companies should have 0% foreign control. Omidyar invested in Rappler through a financial instrument called Philippine Depositary Receipts. The SEC found fault in the PDR agreement where Rappler committed to engage in a good faith discussion with Omidyar first before they could change their articles of incorporation or bylaws. Integrated Bar of the Philippines National President Abjel Dan Fajardo says the government may have violated the constitutional guarantee to press freedom. Fajardo says, quote, "If Rappler can make out a case that this is actually malicious, the court cannot ignore that the government might be in violation of the constitutional guarantee to press freedom." But Lyceum University of the Philippines Law School Dean Sol Mawis says there is basis for the SEC to say that the terms of agreement constitute control. Mawis says, quote, "What is there to discuss? Why give Omidyar that option when the Articles of Incorporation contains the primary purpose of the company?" Rappler answers this in its FAQs, which explains control was not given and it was never exercised. But Mawis adds Rappler should have been given the chance to correct its mistake or a curing period. Mawis says, quote, "It sends a chilling effect because there is precedent of a company being allowed time to comply." She was referring to an October 2012 resolution by the Supreme Court regarding a case on whether the telecommunications company PLDT violated the 60-40 rule on foreign ownership. In the landmark ruling, the SC ruled that the capital requirement in the Constitution refers only to shares of stock entitled to vote in the election of directors. In that case, High Court allowed PLDT to cure its structure. Rappler CEO and Executive Editor Maria Ressa appears before the National Bureau of Investigation Monday for an initial hearing over a complaint for cyber libel. Ressa is complying with a subpoena served by the NBI Cybercrime Division. Others who were subpoenaed, former researcher-writer Reynaldo Santos Jr. and businessman Benjamin Bitanga, did not appear. Ressa says Rappler was not given a copy of the complaint when the subpoena was served. The complaint was filed by Wilfredo Keng, a businessman who was the subject of an investigative report written by Santos and published in May 2012. Legal experts say the cybercrime law cannot be invoked in the case since all criminal laws are not retroactive. The report was published in May 2012, but the law was enacted only in September 2012. But Cybercrime Division Chief Manuel Eduarte says the theory of continuous publication can be applied, meaning Keng could be presumed to have seen the report only after enactment. All three subpoenas signed by NBI Director Dante Gueran were dated January 10, a day before the Securities and Exchange Commission ruled to revoke Rappler Inc.'s registration.